everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dark Art Society podcast. I'm your host, Chet, and today we have the amazing painter, David Kassan. Hey, he's been on the show before. I think it was when it was audio only, and so he's coming on. I think it was audio only. I don't think we had video back then. I'm 99% sure. Anyway, doesn't matter. Amazing painter, really super cool guy, really nice guy, just a great dude. He's got a Patreon. He's really active on YouTube, which is what kind of the reason I hit him up. I see him so much of his stuff on Patreon. I'm on his Patreon, and he just does so much content that I wanted to help him promote it because it's really good info. I mean, if you know his work, you know he really is a master painter, and yeah. So we just got done with this conversation. I'm recording this after the conversation, and it was a really great conversation. And he forgot to promote something, so I'm going to promote it right now, so I don't forget. One thing he didn't mention was he's got on YouTube. He just started on YouTube on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. He does a live stream for an hour, and he kind of does like master drawings, like master copies, drawings of like famous old master sculptures, and he talks about the history of them and stuff. So there, I promoted it for you, David. He was like, as soon as we stopped recording, he's like, oh man, I totally forgot to promote. This is the only thing I probably needed to promote that I forgot about. So anyway, Wednesdays on his at 9 a.m. probably his time. That would be 10 a.m. He's an hour later than me. I'm on Pacific. Anyway, there'll be links in the description. Anyway, what's been going on with me? Well, I finished my Lemon Eyes painting, and it's not here. It's getting framed right now. I'm finishing this commission up, this Dur engraving, painting of the Dur engraving, Night, Death, and the Devil. Almost done. It's this camera, I cannot get it a decent I don't know, I think maybe my lens isn't very good or something, because it's like I need to perform better in lower light with this DSLR that I do the pod from. Anyway, you can see how dark it is. It's not this dark in reality. So I need a new lens, or I don't know, I'm thinking about recording the podcast through my iPhone, but that has its own issues as well. Anyway, none of that matters either. That's what's going on with me. Yeah, I'm about to do some more glow-in-the-dark paintings to sell. So those will be coming soon. If you want to see what I'm working on, you can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ChetZar. And if you want to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/darkartsociety. If you join at the $3 level and above, you get a 30% discount to Skull Shop, SkullShoppe.com. Our sponsor, Skull Shop. Oops. I've had this skull a long time. It still works. Amazing skulls. Best in the business. And yeah, you get 30% off if you join at the $3 and above level. No, it's the $5 and above level. 30%. Yeah, sorry. My bad. $5 and above level, you get 30% off. Also, we have YouTube memberships now, and we have our first 3 members. I'm so excited. This is so cool. We've got Tanya Pomales, who has been on the podcast before. We got to bring her back on for, I think it was before we did video. And Aaron Francis and Steve Doom, who's a student of mine. He's a really cool painter, and he has the best dark art name, Doom. That's spelled D-H-U-M-E, Steve Doom. I always tell him, you've got the best dark art name. Yeah, really good painter, really great guy. All you people, thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate it. I didn't know if anyone was going to do the memberships, but, I'm always bitching about how little this podcast makes. So any little bit will help. So if you are on YouTube and you watch and you can afford it, join on the membership. You get perks and stuff, weird little emojis I'm working on. anyway, it's fun. So that is it. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you get. I'm shouting people out too. If you join the, I'm back to shouting out Patreon, new Patreon members, and I shout out new YouTube members, and I'm also doing posts on the community page on YouTube. I'm really trying to focus more on YouTube these days, but you probably already know that if you listen. That's it. Let's get on with the interview with David. Had a great time talking to him, and here we go, and I hope you like it. Welcome back, David.
Hey, man, thanks. It's an honor again to be back here, man. I feel like I'm looking at your studio behind you, and I think I have more skulls in my background than you do.
Yeah, you might. You might. I've got 4 over here, 5, 6.
Okay, maybe you got more. I have a few in the other room.
7, 8, 9. They're all. I need to put them in the background, but this is literally like my easel where I paint.
Yeah.
With my parallel palette. Oh, thank you. It's that night. It's kind of dark, not lit well, but the Night, Death, and the Devil. It's like a Dürer engraving. Someone.
Yeah, I know the piece.
Yeah, someone asked me to do a painted version of it. It's like, oh man, that's super fun. So
that's really cool. Totally his etchings are incredible.
Unbelievable. But parallel palette. You're the inventor of the parallel palette.
Yeah,
I like it so much. I wish you were making more, but I understand the manufacturing must have been a nightmare. I mean, I had this situation with my book.
Yeah,
getting it printed overseas. So I can't even imagine like where they're doing like tooling patterns and all that crazy shit.
I actually think the book is probably worse because getting printing and then having to see the color and the quality is being. We had a factory in northern New Jersey that actually not a factory, like an engineering company firm that has a factory in China that made it, and they have people there that they connect with that they own part of it. And so it was actually really easy. Like they sent me one version of it. The color was off. I said, I just want a little bit darker mid-tone gray. And it was to me in a week. And I was like, this is perfect. Let's go with it.
That's so cool.
You know? So I was able to fulfill the Kickstarter probably like 6 months earlier than what we thought, because we had everything in place before.
Yeah, that's smart.
We had it 3D printed, and it was a fun project. The marketing of it wasn't as well. That was still kind of fun too, because I was photoshopping the palette into anything pop culture that I could think of, like Back to the Future, Hulk Hogan. I don't know, like I think Ozzy Osbourne had a parallel palette at one point. Dali was painting with him. Picasso had one. It was just Sargent had one. Yeah, that was kind of fun. But I don't think I could do that today with social media, because I think social media has gotten so big now that everything gets lost.
I know.
And you can't advertise on social media. So I don't think advertising is really what social media should be for either. So I don't know if we could even do that again. I guess with platforms like Patreon and stuff like that, we could do something like that. Maybe bring the palette back, or 3D printed. There's technologies now that I think that are pretty awesome to maybe do. Because I want to make a bigger one.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I wish it was a little studio edition. Yeah. I would love to. I would love to own a studio edition, because it is a little small, but I've just kind of gotten used to working that way because I like it so much. And one of the selling points was it was portable.
Yeah.
And I never use it. I never use it for, it fits in a backpack. It's got the cover on it. And it's like, I'm kind of missing out on one of the biggest parts because I never go anywhere. So I could have a bigger one. I've thought of making like just, mounting a palette. I've got one of these new wave palettes.
Those are great. Yeah.
They're great, but and it's like I can paint holding one, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm just a lazy bastard, I guess. And I like the paint.
You have the kidney-shaped ones that have a certain cutout for your body that keeps the weight up.
Yeah, and it works great, but I like it right here.
And, me too. Just the closer you can get to your painting I've found is is useful. It actually was it did solve a need for me because I was traveling a lot to teach and demo.
Yeah.
It was great to demo for students where you have the palette right there.
Right.
I'm finding with the YouTube channel also that having the palette, it's easier to film. I can film everything in one frame on a camera and then just edit it where the palette is in one corner,
Oh, okay.
perfect perspective, and then whatever I'm painting on, I can zoom in on the
Right.
other side of the window for a YouTube video. Like I just
Right.
posted a video today on painting hands, and I have the hand blown up big on the screen, and then the palette, even though it was all in one shot, and it was
Mm-hmm.
also at an angle, you can adjust perspective on YouTube or on Premiere.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning all these cool things, but having that palette right next to it makes it so much easier for a learning tool for
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. So are you shooting in like, because I've started shooting, I started using my iPhone.
Okay.
I use a DSLR, but it's not like a really good one with a really good lens. But that's what I'm shooting on now. But it doesn't. The iPhone captures so much more detail, and I have a 10 just
Yeah.
sitting here that I don't use. So I started running it through OBS,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it looks amazing, and I'm able to shoot at a higher, uh, uh, bigger image
Yeah.
quality,
Yeah. Yeah.
like 2K or whatever I think it is,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I,
that way I can zoom in. And then I do the videos just like 1080p for YouTube, and I'm able to zoom in a bit. And
yeah.
is that what you're doing, kind of?
And
Or are
it's
your
funny.
videos 2K? On
So I'm shooting in 4K, but I use I do
4K.
two different things.
Damn.
So I shoot like any of the video where I'm talking to the camera is exactly how this is set up right here. I use my iPhone through a teleprompter because I have really bad memory, and so I bring up like a topic on my teleprompter to talk about, and then I edit it. But that's all through the phone. What I found with using the phone in the studio over my shoulder or whatever as a painting is that it keeps capturing focus differently.
I know.
And that could be me because I don't know.
It's just
I don't
hard.
know how to change the focus on an iPhone.
I haven't figured it.
Can?
Yeah, there's a way of limiting it, but I
Okay.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't, or like setting the focal distance, but I can't do it through OBS, which is where everything runs through on my system. But
That was a problem I was having with extreme close-ups. That and I remember it took me. I'm like a Luddite when it comes to technology. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around some stuff, but I kept having the screen move and shift. They have stage mode, and for the life of me, I couldn't turn stage mode off for the longest time with the iPhone. And I finally figured out how to do it, and then use continuity camera, so it doesn't. There's no wires to the laptop, which is really nice for the iPhone.
Yeah.
I just wish it had a better focus. On the painting, though, when I do like a lesson, I have a Canon A7 III something. It's like a DSLR that has really great color for
cool.
shooting video, and it does 4K. And so I combined the iPhone with the Sony, and I found it's pretty good workflow. YouTube has definitely been challenging. Just trying to figure out. It's funny. I remember what my first backdrop was that I used, and now I'm kind of like, this is like my guitar area and paintings. This is my wife's painting.
Yeah.
The painting I got at an estate sale. Got a John Vanderpool drawing. I don't know if you know Human Figure.
Yeah.
I found at a yard sale.
Amazing.
I got a Mario Robinson and Nicolas Uribe over here.
Wow. Cool.
Self-portrait.
Excellent.
And this is where I practice and play guitar all the time. So it's like kind of fun. Space.
It looks
but
good.
when I first got here, I can show you actually on the screen. My first studio. Wait, let me see if I did a screenshot today because I was like, this is really pathetic. This is how it started. Yeah. So that's all I had in the back. And I was like, and I love my stupid face here. My wife was like, I think you need like a plant or something, or like make it more.
It looks so much better now.
More stuff.
But that's the thing about with YouTube, because I'm since I started doing the video version of the podcast, you were on when it was audio only, I believe. I don't think you.
Yeah, I don't know if we did a video at all.
Yeah, it was the same method, but I don't think I recorded video back then.
Okay.
And so I've really been pushing for the YouTube, trying to get it big on YouTube, and it's getting a little following, and it's working.
That's awesome.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
But that's how all the channels start. They all start like kind of crappy, and then they get better and better as they figure things out. And it's kind of cool because, you know, people have low expectations for videos now. Like one thing I'm discovering just on the like doing Instagram reels is that, you know, my best composed, really nice video of a time lapse doesn't do nearly as good as me just sitting there getting all pissed off about the algorithm. It's just my head, no fancy anything. And it does so much better than that. So it's like people don't really care that much about the visual stuff, but you know, we do because we're artists, you know.
Yeah, I don't know, like I have one video that like, so I had a YouTube channel back in like 2010, and it got a lot of views because I did well, that's what, right, can you believe this? 2010 is when the iPad came out.
Wow.
The first time.
That's crazy.
I almost feel like I think it's older, but it's only 2010. So that's like 15, 16 years ago. And when I got the iPad, I was like, this is like an amazing tool to show off my art because it's a bigger screen than an iPhone. And iPhones back then were like tiny.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to bring this in the studio and draw one of my models. And so I did a finger painting where I drew one of my models. And that video got picked up by some famous actors, guy Stephen Fry in the UK posted it on his Twitter feed at the time.
Crazy.
And I think the video got like 1 million hits in like a week, which was a lot back then.
Yeah.
And it was like, and so I got
Still
all this press, and I did a commercial with Apple for it, for the iPad 2. They didn't use any of the footage at all or anything, but after I used the music from a band called Maserati. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They were a Brooklyn-based band, and they were on Sony Records, and they did a copyright strike against that video. And I was kind of, from there, I couldn't monetize YouTube, and so I just gave up on it for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I finally was getting back into guitar during COVID, like everybody did. All these guitar YouTubers I became friends with and whatever, and they're like, you need to start up your channel. That'd be cool. And I'm like, oh, you know, I think I can't. And I finally set it up back in November. So it's only been about like 9 months now, really trying to get content once a week or twice a week and try to figure everything out. It's definitely been a challenge. And I just had the studio built I think I moved in here in January. So having the space now, I was filming in our living room for a while, and my wife's working out in the other room, and you can hear like the music of the instructors on Peloton and everything.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, can we turn that down? I didn't have a microphone so definitely I see what you mean about things evolving, towards getting better over the time. I'm definitely learning a lot.
Yeah, look at any of your favorite channels, and you go back to their first videos, and they almost always look terrible. The resolution's low, and it's just kind of the natural progression.
Yeah,
you know. But
I'm gonna do that. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be a cool video.
Yeah.
What was Mr. Beast's first video?
Yeah, I bet you it looks like shit.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the impetus or the excuse, I should say, to ask you to come back on again. Is I've been seeing I'm a member of your Patreon, and
cool,
you post
Thank you.
so much on there. It's through the Dark Art Society. So in case you don't see my name, but and also I see your stuff come up all the time on YouTube because I'm subscribed to your channel as well. So it just seems like for you're really focusing on online education and lots of YouTube videos, and your Patreon is one of the most active ones. I follow a lot of Patreons. I follow a lot, like 60 or something. It's like, yeah, because it's like so many people I know. It's like if it's $1, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. But it ends up being kind of a lot of money at the end of each month. But anyway, your Patreon's super active. So I know a lot of people who listen to the show are on Patreon for the Dark Art Society and maybe for mine. And I just wanted to kind of let them know that David has a really active Patreon.
Thanks, man.
Tons of info.
Is it too active?
No. It's like,
I think everyone gets an email when I post, and I post sometimes 2-3 times a day because I'll like find a cool video that I think is useful. Or
think about the fact that I hit you up is a direct result of that, to come on here. So it's like, it's not like I hit you up to say, man, you're posting too much stuff on Patreon.
I don't know, because I think I follow a lot of guitar players, you know what I mean? And they post a lot of the tab and stuff that they have for songs and demos and backing tracks and stuff. So yeah, I don't find it annoying if it's someone I'm interested in. Right. So that makes sense. But I always feel like maybe I'm posting too much. I don't know. I have that kind of fear. You don't want to like oversaturate.
Yeah.
And also hold back stuff. I have so much content from COVID. I used to do a lot of online teaching. And so I have 7 or 8 6-hour long videos of me doing entire paintings from start to scratch that I post on there. And what's really great about the platform is that for like, I keep it really cheap, $5 a month, which is like, I always say $60 a year, and you get access to everything. You can donate more. That's awesome. Yeah. But even just $5, I want to make it affordable for people. Plus, I think a lot of the content on YouTube, that's free. You know what I mean? So most of the people I think on Patreon are just helping to support, like it's like a tip jar in a way, but also behind the scenes. So it's really, and we have a community where we have a chat going with people posting their artwork and stuff. So it's kind of, it's really neat. I'm trying to think if I should add like a top level where I do critiques on people's work once a month or something.
That's what I have. That's what I have on mine.
Oh,
that's actually,
that? Okay.
That,
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah.
As an idea.
I do like an hour Zoom critiques, mentorship program, and it's $100.
Okay.
And it's, a good chunk of my income comes from that. I get a lot of people who do that, and it's amazing seeing people. I'm sure as a teacher you've seen this, but when you're working with someone one-on-one over a year or something, you see just so much progress in their work, and it's like, man, I didn't expect this to be so rewarding. I was just kind of thinking of what can I offer people and earn a living, and it ended up being I've made friends through it that I still talk to, and just seeing these people turn into like really good artists, it's really super cool. It's cool.
Incredible. Yeah.
No,
so I'm lucky to have some cool students like that are better painters than me. So but like a rising tide lifts all ships, you know.
For sure. That's the attitude to have. If you feel like they're besting you, it just gives you more, a reason to do better yourself, and everyone's always trying to push each other.
I think of like these communities that we're building online as being 100 minds that are all working towards like, oh, we all love Sargent. Let's learn more about Sargent. And they're going to find things that I don't know, or even online forums within Facebook. I've noticed, I posted today, I want to do a video on alizarin crimson. Like I haven't used alizarin crimson in my palette in like 10, 15 years.
I haven't used it since you told me about the Rembrandt replacement. Yeah. And that's what I use now, because I saw that in one of your posts.
Well, now I want to find like, what is the closest, and I'm going to make a video on this because I think it's interesting, is I was talking to a friend of mine and he says that I wrote Carmen Lake by Blocks, which is a brand, I think it's a Dutch brand, Blocks, BLOXX. And he said, and I think it actually was Crimson Lake. And all because I've been talking to this buddy of mine who's in London. His name's Dave Corcoran, and he used to be a moderator for all the forums before Facebook and all that stuff was a thing. And he's brilliant when it comes to the chemistry of paint and understanding alkyd dryers, and are they bad, are they good? What's with the lenic acids and the triglycerides within oil paint, like the real technical stuff that really makes it paint archival. And so we're doing a video for the channel and also for Patreon. I already posted it on Patreon like a week or two ago. You might have seen it, where we just talk about
I haven't seen that yet.
Alkyds good to use. And I mentioned the alizarin crimson to him, and he told me to get this stuff. The Carmen Lake is actually better than the permanent by the Rembrandt color.
Oh, really?
And so now I'm like thinking about brands. I'm like, what if I got the replacement for every brand of alizarin crimson, and I use my favorite light fast alizarin crimson and see which one matches and gets closest to it. And so I'm learning so much by doing these YouTube videos. Like I did a whole series on color of every color of my palette mixed with white.
Yeah.
just to see if it turns warmer or cooler.
And it's stuff that you probably wouldn't do for yourself, even though it's like, it's like making all those colored squares in that Richard Schmid book. It's like, I'm not going to go to the trouble of, I should, but I'm not going to do it. But if you're doing it for a video, it's like a good excuse. And then you end up kind of like doing the exercise.
Yeah, no, I'm even, so I don't know a lot about blues because I'm a portrait painter mostly. And now I'm doing paintings that have landscapes in them. I'm kind of doing some Western stuff, moving out to New Mexico. I'm kind of inspired by the landscape and want to do more landscape painting. And so I went through all the blues that are like your major 5 blues that you would use. And I have on my computer right now, I have like a PDF of all the blues mixed with white and what they look like. And so when I can match that to a sky color in a photograph or something, and so I'm making this PDF of all the colors of my palette, the reds, the blues, the umbers, for the Patreon page. So it's just going to be a PDF that you can use almost as an atlas for color.
And you'll be able to use it too.
That's what,
for yourself.
Well, I'm doing it selfishly for me, and also like whatever I learn, I want the stuff to like fall off me like rain off of Gore-Tex into other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds horrible. So we all get wet.
It's like it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
No, it's been like even today. So this is funny. I just grabbed these 2 colors. So Michael Harding paint, right? They actually say on the back, and I didn't realize this. See the really small writing right there?
Yeah.
I'll read it to you real quick. They actually will tell you the tinting strength of the color. No other color does that. On the back of their pigments. It says you have your pigment, inorganic and organic pigments, and then it actually tells you tint power, average.
Wow.
And I was like, that's not on every tube, is it? And so I went and grabbed their genuine Naples yellow, and the last thing they have is tint power, average. And if you're in an art store looking, like that's actually really important to understand how chromatic that color is and how it's going to mix with others. Yeah. Versus if it says it doesn't have a lot of tinting strength, I probably wouldn't buy it. And that's just something that I'm going to make a video about. Just stupid shit that I fall into that I think is useful for people. Yeah. I mean, I usually tell my wife, and she's an artist also. She just is like, "Oh, shut up. Stop talking about art already."
Yeah, she's great. She's a great painter.
No, she's nice enough. But it's just really cool to like see that. I think Michael Harding puts the most information on their tubes. It'll be interesting to post like who has the least amount of information on their tubes.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, stupid shit like that.
I love that stuff.
Stuff I post on the Patreon.
Yeah.
I see it later.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to give people a heads up that it's a really good
Patreon. I appreciate that. And it's like it's a free mailing list. I actually post all the YouTube videos over there also for the free people. You know what I mean? So that it's like a resource that they can sign up for that you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay at all.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool.
It's great. I do like disc. I have a collector level too.
Oh, I have like 3 levels. One level is like,
but it's better.
5.
Yeah, you have like 5, 10, and
18, which is a high, which is like a Jewish high. Yeah.
But it's, you did it the right way. I did it the wrong way because I got like 1, 3, 5, 10, 50, and 100, and it's
okay. This is too many levels.
It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done 1. I shouldn't have done 3. I probably should have started at 5. But the collector level, the $50 level, which to me is like a lot of money, $50 a month. But you get 20% off whatever I make in my store, and I'm always coming out with like studies and paintings. And sometimes I work with the gallery, and they'll give the discount. It's
cool.
It's a good deal if you're really a collector of my work. But all the I treat my Patreon, my personal one, like all the the hardest core fans will go to Patreon. It's like the $1 barrier is enough. That shows that you like my stuff enough to support me and you want to see my stuff. Whereas so many people, I mean, I have a lot of people on Instagram, but most of them are casual followers that are like whatever. So it's kind of like a little built-in barrier to just filter out these are the people that are the most important to me, are the people on my Patreon, because they're putting their money down, and that means so much to me. So I like all my new releases, they go to Patreon first before I promote them publicly. So it's like if I have a series of little studies I'm selling or something, the Patreon people get first shot at everything I do. So I'm trying to treat them like, so they feel valued, because I value them so much, I
haven't thought to put up artwork on there yet. I haven't, or physical goods. I got to start doing that. There's something on there. I don't know. Have you played with it? Because I haven't. You can give people like mugs or something like that for being like people.
That's like I haven't done
something like that.
I haven't. That's like they take care of everything and they ship and everything, which is kind of cool. But your profit margin is pretty low, so it's probably good to do just to offer people something because it's cool. But I'm set up. Most of my money I make from my website and sales of like
sales of art,
sculptures and my studies and art, and the regular kind of bigger pieces I'll sell through the gallery. But so I'm set up to ship. I'm shipping like every week. I'm shipping stuff, and I've been doing that for years. So it doesn't really make a ton of sense to do the stuff where they take care of fulfillment. Although now that I mentioned, it's kind of just a good idea to do for the fans to be able to get like a mug or something. Maybe I'll do it for that reason. I think I'm gonna. I don't think the profit margin really even matters so much. I think as like, even if it costs you $5 for someone that's giving you, like, it's like giving them a free. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. I'm designing one right now. I love artist quotes, and I'm actually writing a book on drawing right now. Oh, cool.
I've shared a few of the chapters, kind of the rough drafts on the Patreon page.
Oh, nice.
And I'm using quotes in it, and I'm like, it'd be cool for a mug to have like a quote.
Yeah.
Just something inspiring to have your coffee. And my coffee mugs I have a Golden's coffee mug that has like their logo from their paint, so it's like so artist centric. I'm like, that's what mug, because it's like arty. So I want to get one that says not paint water. Yeah,
that's
something like this stupid stuff. Or
that's great.
Coffee, not turpentine. Or
everybody has one of those stories.
Kind of fun. So I might do like, this isn't turpentine.
Yeah, that's great
for the Patreon folks that are there for. I think it's like if you sign up for like 6 months or something. I don't know. I forget how they have it set up. I got to research that, but I appreciate your insight on that. Where are you showing these days? What gallery are you at?
I'm at Copro Gallery.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah. They're pretty much. I've been in some group shows this year because I took a year off. I always have a solo show every year at Copro, and this year I finally took a year off so that I could get caught up on commissions. And I also got in some group shows at this place called Arch Enemy Arts in Philly.
Okay.
And
I've heard of them. Yeah.
And then
they put on a show about the Eagles. They did the Eagles Autism Challenge.
Oh, wow.
Exhibition. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I had a couple of friends in that. Like O'Neill Scott was in that. Some people that live in Philly.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's very
He's a great painter. Yeah.
Philly-centric kind of gallery, which is cool. And they show a lot of dark art and stuff too. And then Rock LaRue, I was in a group show there, but in Seattle. But I primarily just show at Copro because there's not really, unless I don't. Have you seen the skull flower things I've done?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a different trip than my monster stuff. It's like those I feel like I could probably get in regular galleries, but as far as my normal stuff, there's not really another gallery anywhere that I can think of that would be interested in showing dark art.
Like dark art.
There used to be Last Rites in New York, which is
I remember Last Rites.
Paul Booth's gallery, but that closed down during COVID. And there was Dark Art Emporium in Long Beach, but they just closed down. So Copro's kind of the only game in town.
We had a gallery here called Stranger something.
Oh, are they not there anymore? I showed there before. I know them.
It's in Albuquerque. I'm not sure if they're. I don't think they're
Stranger Factory. Stranger Factory,
right?
Yeah. I had a show there before. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a couple shows there. Yeah, it's I'm not in a gallery at all right now, which is
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
I left my gallery in New York, and
How come? Is it
just because
personal?
COVID, everything was they were just storing paintings.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been focusing more on museum shows, trying to get museum shows going for the
Yeah.
Holocaust survivors
Oh, yeah,
series,
definitely.
and still doing that. Just had a show that ended in January in Houston, and I'm thinking about bringing it to the East Coast. But I got to do with like setting up a museum show. It's I have to build everything around the museum show, like PDFs about where things get
Oh,
placed and how
yeah.
many objects are in it. So I have to become
Right.
a museum person, like museum, I don't know, what do they call them? Not a curator, but like an administrator, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? To kind
Hmm.
of do documents that you give to museums for them to want to take a show on. So you
Yeah.
have to promote it that way. And that's been usually it's just been through word of mouth that I've been able to get into the galleries or into the museums like USC was
Hmm.
through my friend John Nava, who's a painter in Ojai, California,
Hmm.
and he knew the curator director of the museum, and that just she just liked my work, and so I got a show
Yeah, that's
at the Fisher Museum, which was
ki-
incredible.
kind of what it comes
You know,
down to.
that's all the artwork really is just don't be a dick to people, and like
Right. It,
like you'll get a show if you're cool, if you're a good hang. You know what I mean?
right, right. Yeah,
Versus
yeah,
like being a dick,
yeah.
like just burn bridges and just. Although I might have burned a bridge with my first gallery, but I'd been with them for 22 years or 20 years. It's
Uh,
fine in New York, but whatever.
yeah,
It's
I
all
mean
good.
that
They won't see this.
it's yeah, right. It's so important. I can't stress it enough. Artwork, make sure your artwork's amazing, be easy to work with,
Yeah.
do your stuff send your stuff on time. It's kind of simple stuff, but that goes a long way because I know because I'm so close with Copro Gallery, I know a lot of the inner workings of the gallery, and I see the kind of stuff they have to deal with,
Yeah.
and it's like galleries deal with a lot of shit,
Well, it's also
from,
managing egos of the artists and also the
yeah, yeah,
collectors, and
yeah.
it's
It's a
they're
lot of
really
work.
cool. They're a great gallery. I always visited them. I haven't actually been to their location though. I've seen them at the LA Art Show.
Oh,
I think
right, right.
at a like maybe I didn't go this year. I was here last year
Hmm.
to the LA Art Show,
Yeah,
and they got great artists. So
yeah,
like Carl Dobsky's there.
yeah. He's amazing.
I think Natalia Fabia shows there
Yep,
also.
yep.
Yeah, it's just such a great crew.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
great. If you're ever in town and you have time, I'll meet you down there. You should go to
That'd be rad.
their store or
I'll
their
do it.
their gallery. Yeah, it's really super cool. I was gonna say, you know, I had this show I was curating called Conjoined for like 10 years. We did it at Copro, and it was a
Yeah.
sculpture. It was makeup effects people kind of doing fine art. But then it just turned into this huge group show, and it was like super. It was the most attended show of the year at that guy. I mean, it was like lines out the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
Everybody loved it, but we hardly ever sold anything, which is a whole other weird.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very strange situation. I'm not sure why that was, but eventually they started charging at the door to keep the crowd down, and
Oh,
still people
interesting.
kept coming.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like an event. But
Yeah.
I was talking to Greg Escalante, the guy who owned Copro, who died a few years back,
Yeah, I
sadly.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the coolest guy, and he was all connected with the I think with Lakma. I think he was the girlfriend of one of the curators there or something.
Okay. Yeah.
And so but he was all connected to that high end fine art world. Like he had connections with that, some place in Laguna that was a big, legit blue chip, more of a blue chip level gallery.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was telling him, man, you should get the Conjoined show in a museum. People would
Yeah.
love it because it's just so entertaining. And he told me, he was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's the best show ever. It matters if the curators are interested. Whatever they're
Yeah.
interested, that's what they show, and you really don't
Yeah.
have any influence on it. It doesn't matter if they're going to make money or not. And I
Yep.
was like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's what I've noticed about
that's
the
that.
artwork. It is.
Yeah,
It's just yeah.
at that
it-
at that high
unfortunately,
level, especially,
it's everything's so subjective. Like
Yeah.
galleries are so subjective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's it, but what you said at the beginning of what our this discussion was really important to make sure your artwork is the best that you can make it.
Yeah.
And I think that just having that in place and being able to create great work, you're going to find a spot for what it is that you do.
Yeah,
If
for
it's
sure.
a Western art gallery or a New York City gallery, someone's going to want to take you on if
Hmm.
the work is quality or it
Yeah.
has like has substance behind it as well.
I'm
A
proof of
strong
that.
balance. Yeah.
I'm proof
Yeah.
of that. If there's a
Yeah.
gallery that
Same.
shows my stuff, it's like that anyone can do it as long
Yeah.
as you do a decent job at it, because when I first started, I was like, where am I going to show this stuff? There's no gallery I know of that shows monster stuff. And it was just
Yeah.
like, it kind of developed over time, but yeah, make the work the primary focus and make it so good that it can't be ignored, and don't be a dick, and be on time and be responsible,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
responsible
Yeah.
adult, and that's and
Yeah.
the
And don't
galleries will
flake
love
out.
you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. But
By the way, I want to paint you, man. You look awesome.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would love for you to paint me. I'd be so
Don't get a
honored.
haircut.
Never, never. I haven't cut my hair. I shaved my head in the '90s. I shaved it bald to experience it because I had long hair ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And then I don't think my wife maybe has trimmed it, but not in the last probably 10 years. So
Right on.
yeah, well, yeah, let me know. So I did want to touch on this. We talked about it a little bit beforehand, but you had a weird experience with this weird guy on YouTube called his channel Paul Talk, and he was making. I think I saw it maybe from your Facebook page. He was making these disparaging videos about your work, and I was just like, what is this guy talking about? It's so crazy to the way he was criticizing. He had this idea that like this, what I do is real painting. What he does is not real painting.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was so obviously wrong that I was like, okay, I'm going to check out this guy's other videos. And he's obviously smart, but I kind of came to I believe he's probably like I thought he was autistic or something, because he was being very inappropriate, and he was being such an asshole to you and to a lot of other artists too. He would single out artists that were successful, and he'd make these videos about them, and he got this weird little cult following him. And it was like this small group of people that just would agree with him and cheer him on, and it was just like,
Yeah.
this is so fucked up. And especially because I knew you, and I know what a nice guy you are. It made it even worse. It wasn't like
I'm
you
not
were
that
some guy I
nice.
didn't know. Yes, you are.
I don't know.
It was just so obnoxious, and yeah, that was just so crazy. And it was like, I kept commenting on his videos, and like I said, he featured one of my comments in one of his videos defending you. I said, to me, it seems like you're jealous of David's work, and I can understand why you think that. Because it's like, he's got his own thing, and he's a good painter, but
Yeah.
it's not like I would. It's not my style, not my
Yeah.
taste.
I think it's like a free country, obviously, it's cool. I really didn't know what to make out of
Yeah.
it. It was kind of odd. It was kind of a weird thing because I think we talked a little bit about this before, but somebody was posting as me, like impersonating me, or
Which totally.
they thought it was me.
Yeah.
And I told them it wasn't, but they still believe that it was me. And so it was like this loop of things that kind of spun. And he does have like loyal followers. Where one of the followers was contacting my wife
Yeah.
on email and contacting galleries I had worked with previously,
Yeah,
galleries I work with still today.
It got scary and weird.
We teach a workshop in Italy every year, and they contacted the workshop people that we work but it was about the guy that they were fighting with online and how he was making like that guy was an asshole. So the guy impersonating me on there, total asshole.
Yeah.
Connecting with other assholes or whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Stuff that I don't engage in. I don't have time to engage in that.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
trying to paint trying to post videos, trying to have a life with my family.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we shut everything down at 5 o'clock, family time, and my
Oh,
wife.
nice.
I need my time to sit and watch Love is Blind with my wife every night. You know,
Yeah.
we watch like trash TV.
Yeah.
I'm not posting online or doing stuff.
Right.
And yeah, I think I don't. That's awesome that the guy liked my work enough to make videos about it. Liked it enough. I don't care if it's disparaging or whatever. Not every. I don't love all types of art. I appreciate art that's well done, has a concept behind it. Some stuff I feel can be amateurish and whatever, but I don't have to tell people that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not
Unless
out
they're
there to be
asking for
like,
feedback, that's another story.
yeah, and then in that way, you want to do it in a constructive way. And I
Right.
think that like there's builders and then there's destroyers and stuff like that within like we are creating content that's hopefully uplifting for other people and that people
Right.
can learn from and setting up an environment where we're supportive of everybody as opposed to this guy and his followers aren't that way. And so I don't have time for it. I didn't engage. It was really frustrating because it was spinning out of control and I
Yeah.
had it's not having control over something. And I'd just been on YouTube 6 months or something like that at that point. And I'm like, really, this is what YouTube is like? This is me
Yeah.
putting my content out there.
It was
And
like
I
the
get,
worst of
negative,
YouTube.
yeah, I get negative comments all the time on my posts. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Whatever. Well, thanks for commenting. That helps the
Yeah.
algorithm.
Yeah, right.
Even if it's a negative comment.
Right.
I have one guy on there who sometimes posts really meaningful, thoughtful things, and other time he posts like really dumb things. And his name is Bozo the Clown or something like that as a username. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like you actually said something useful this time, Bozo.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like your other comments are like kind of odd. That's cool. Whatever.
Right.
And everyone, I use my real name when I post. I don't
Right. Me
like
too.
have fake accounts or have any other accounts on anything. So that's just who I am. I'll take the criticism. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think I'm a perfect painter. I think I want to be. I love so much about friends of mine and how they paint. You know, how you paint, how Jeremy Lipking paints, how my friend Tony paints, and Mark and all these guys like getting into Western art now. So I'm like really looking at landscape painters,
Yeah.
and I want to take the ingredients that I find from those guys that I love and make it into who I am as an artist.
Yeah.
And so that I'm eventually the artist that I love.
Yeah.
Because there's so much, I'm pretty self-deprecating about my work. And also we kind of tear ourselves down to build ourselves up as painters because we have to have critique in understanding how to get better, right? Like
Right.
that edge is too hard. So we're constantly tearing ourselves down.
Yeah, yeah.
as
All the
painters.
best people I just talked
Yeah.
to. I had Sean Cheatham on last week, and
Oh, he's great.
yeah, he's amazing.
One of my favorite painters.
Yeah, same here. Unbelievable. And he's super humble. And, and we were talking about, it's like all the best painters I know are the most humble ones. And they're always like, we suck compared to the old masters. And it's like every great artist I know kind of feels that way. And it's like, the people you got to look out for are the ones that think they're the shit, they're just amazing. And it's like,
Yeah.
you don't
Sometimes
have
those guys are really good though.
yeah, but
Like,
I
fuck
suppose, yeah, fuck them. But yeah, the thing with this guy though was that he was so I don't want to put too much attention on it, but it really was like a weird, crazy drama that seemed to come out of nowhere, and the guy was so obnoxious. It's like he went out of his way to just be a total asshole, and it was weird because he, like you said, he had valid points. He could defend his perspective, and he's a smart guy, and he wrote a book and everything. He has a self-published book, and so it's like you could tell the guy was smart, and there was just he could have said all the same stuff and been a friend of yours and end up being a friend.
Yeah.
Everyone could have been friends, but it's like it wasn't just about critique. It was like he was trolling. He wanted to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And it's like the more I looked into him, the more I saw like. And I never talk politics on here, but he's very like kind of far right in a lot of his views. He was talked a lot about immigrants in a disparity.
Yeah.
Just like it was all the, and it's like the way he spoke, you could tell he'd used he's this old dude, but he's using all these buzzwords that you only get online. So he's like just to me, it's like a classic guy of an old guy that got his brain got broken on the internet, and he's dealing with all these kind of like a lot of like not Nazi adjacent people and crazy shit like that. Because you can hear it in what he's talking about, real anti-feminist and anti-woman and super kind of like,
misogynistic.
Misogynistic, patriarchal, and all that stuff.
Pretty blatant anti-Semitism too.
Totally.
Was with the far right type thing. But regardless of all that, what was I kind of found amusing was that like he kept calling me a classical realist, which is really funny. I don't think I'm a classical realist at all. I think classical realists would look at me and be like, no, he's not part of us. Like, and he said I worship Bouguereau.
Yeah, right.
Like, I like Bouguereau. I think he's cool. I think the substance of his painting is crap. You know what I mean? For the most part,
I love Bouguereau, but I never think of
painted. I love the way he painted.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all about technique. He was the man. But I don't like. You don't. To me, I don't think when I see your stuff, I don't think Bouguereau. Bouguereau was his own thing. You know what I mean? So he just.
I can't paint like Bouguerow.
Yeah, nobody can paint like Bouguerow. We all want to paint like Bouguerow, but we can't.
Or like Sargent, or I can't paint like any of those guys. I can only paint like, and same with you. Like you only paint like you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's influences, but then also like, if someone says I don't, here's what's really funny is the guy that was impersonating me was like arguing with him about, I think Poussin being the first modernist or something like really obscure within art history that like, it's just such a dumb thing to get riled up over. And I remember being like, I can't believe this is what is causing this weird spiral of people. Like whatever, like just
it was just like you were just sitting there.
Weird. I'm like, this is I don't care about I don't care about Poussin. I don't care about anybody they're talking about at all. And I'm ignorant of a lot of that stuff gladly because I just want to be in the studio painting. Right. You know, I'm busy looking at the very, very fine print on a Michael Harding.
Right. I just had an impression that you were just like you're just a painter. You're sitting there. Some guy makes a crazy video, a super obnoxious video about you. Then another guy starts commenting, pretending to be you and getting him riled up. And the more he commented, that this guy would fight back. Then he'd make another video. So he's like making all these videos about you because some guy is like commenting and pretending to be you. It's like It was crazy.
The one thing that did piss me off is when he brought Shayna into it.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
And like when they were like bringing her artwork into it.
It pissed me off too. He was really disrespectful. Was really kind
of amused by it in a way. She's like, what the fuck? Like these guys, these incel, like
oh yeah, that's the thing. It was
misogynistic and because they're like giving her praise, but then also not. And it was like this weird thing. And then they emailed her. One of the guys emailed her, and I was just like, and then she got turned into like a defender, or she was like, let's not waste our time with this. Let's not engage. And then they got her engaging, and I was like, babe, just don't post. Right. It'll go away if we just let it die. You're giving them oxygen.
But then but the thing in that situation though, it's like when it seemed like you were kind of keeping out of it, but because the guy's impersonating you, it's going on as if you are keeping it going. Yeah, and it was just so incredibly fucked up.
I do actually, and I did check. I do have 2 YouTube channels. I have David Kassan and I have David John Kassan. I think David Kassan has 0 followers. I haven't been on that account. That was like I think since 2010. Anyway, but not Mr. Orange, which I think is really funny. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
Because I went to Syracuse University.
Yeah, they had all these conspiracy theories about proving. It's like these are like incels that are single and don't have any friends, and all they do is get on the internet to talk shit, and they have time to form conspiracy theories about things. And it's just like, this is kind of like the bad side of the internet in a nutshell. It just happened to fall on your head for a couple months or however long it lasted. So
but I mean, I think that, but just like blowing it out, taking all that out of the way, I think that the guy's not a horrible painter. Paul Talk's not a horrible painter. I don't think that the people following him, I think that they're getting what they want out of him. You know what I mean? And I think that he's engaging in an honest way when it comes to that. I think that he could benefit from being more positive in that
Right.
direction as opposed to trying to tear down other artists or talk down to other
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
And that's not helping. That's not helping his following. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He could be teaching more about what it is he's doing or what it is he's trying to say in his art. And I don't think his art's horrible. I know I can see exactly where it comes from. It's New York
Mm-hmm.
Studio School, stuff that I've taken classes at the New York Studio School in New York. It's actually in the old Whitney building
Mm-hmm.
where the Whitney used to be in I think on 8th Street near Astor Place in New York City. Awesome old studio school that was more relevant in like the 70s, 60s,
Mm-hmm.
70s than it is now. But I get it. I totally understand where his artistic lineage comes from
Right.
and his context for how he sees the art world, you know, his worldview within art.
Yeah.
And it's valid. It's totally
Yeah.
cool. And if
Yeah.
he's
Right.
happy and feeling fulfilled making
But
the paintings that he makes, that's awesome.
yeah,
And
but
you know,
he's
they're like
clearly
half
not.
naked.
He's clearly
I don't
not
know. Yeah.
because he's talking all this shit and he's got this
Yeah.
whole
Well,
persona of being like kind of an asshole.
yeah,
It's
I
like
think
that doesn't
mental
happy
health.
people don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, it's true,
Unfortunately.
man. It's true.
I hate that saying. But
It's true though.
I think as artists, so mental health is a real deal thing.
Seriously.
Like I struggle with mental health, you know, all the time.
Yep.
In some ways I benefit from my aspect of being on the spectrum, I guess. I get OCD on things and that
Me
maybe
too.
helps me as a painter.
Yeah, same here.
Where I can't let go of a painting.
Yeah.
I'm not really diagnosed at all, but I feel
Yeah,
like
I got diagnosed
there's
with
just some things.
I got
Okay.
diagnosed with OCD, and I definitely had like
Yeah.
a bad, there's a bad thing where, or in the 90s, I've gotten in control of it, but I used to get like
Yeah.
thought loops that would not end, that would
Uh,
drive you insane. But it is like, it makes me a better painter because it's like, it's like you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
stop until it's right, and you can't accept something that's kind of half-assed, and it makes you a better painter. So, if
Yeah.
you learn
Yeah.
to learn with it, it can be a superpower,
Absolutely.
just like autism can be for a lot of people
Yeah,
too.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think that yeah, but be positive if you can, but maybe you
Yeah.
can't. So
I just
Anyway.
feel yeah, no, this is the last I'll say about
yeah, I was
him,
gonna say we can move on.
but I'll say this last thing is I was so kind of like invested in the whole situation because I just was kind of appalled at it. And
Yeah.
so I looked at a lot of his other videos. Now he got taken off of YouTube, which is kind of funny, but
He blames me for that, actually.
yeah, I
which
know.
is-
Yeah, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
so I did kind of a deep dive, and you can see that he's a guy that was just like infected by the kind of the incel community, and I'm sure he's single and alone and old, and it's like he's just you could tell where he's getting his news from, and it's like it's all feeding this narrative that
Yeah.
I'm a white guy and all my power is being taken away from me, and all these foreigners are coming over.
Yeah.
It's like you can see this; it's so obvious, and so
Scarcity theory.
yeah. So it's
Less of the world for me.
right.
You know?
So it's kind of
Yeah.
like he's just buying into that thing, and not. It's just weird when you see someone that is smart,
Yeah.
but they can't see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I think he could be a better person. I mean, I'm trying to think like,
Oh yeah,
Paul, if you're out there, man, I would love to grab a beer with you if you weren't
I know, right?
so
That's the thing.
anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
If you'd have a beer with a Jew, we'd have beers. I don't have to
exactly.
paint you. If you want to, like, I'm Jewish. Sorry.
Yeah,
Everyone hates us now, right and
yeah,
left.
yeah. I know. You
Fuck
guys are
Netanyahu.
you guys are always screwed. You guys are always
Screwing
screwed.
us over even
Yeah,
more.
I know.
Anyway.
It's fucked up. That's a whole other issue, man.
Yeah, that's a whole nother combo.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So,
Needless to
did you guys
say.
know that on Michael Harding's paint, though?
Oh, I got a good transition.
Yeah.
I have to say, and I didn't consciously put it together until just now when I brought up those skullflower paintings. I feel like you gave me permission to paint those skull flower paintings because you were painting with the kind of anal, tightly, just how you paint. You put a lot of detail. You're not one of those photorealists, but you still are putting in more detail than a lot of people that. I like painters that can paint loose. I'm just not that great at it.
Oh, same.
Gabe Leonard, he's one of my favorite painters, and he paints super loose, and I'm really jealous of him over that. But so it's like when it came to those skullfire paintings, I feel like David Kassan's doing stuff like this, and I love his work, so I can do it, and I don't have to feel guilty about it. Like I'm not good enough to paint loose, and so I just leaned into the painting it the way I do, and I just started thinking it's like we paint loose just at a closer level. You just have to. It's like you have to look a little closer than you do the real loose guys. You step back or you go a little bit closer, you can see the looseness. Ours, you just have to look a little closer and you see the looseness because it's not totally rendered 100%. If you go close enough, there's still brush strokes and paint thickness and stuff.
Everyone thinks that like I paint every pore.
Right. No.
And I'm like, no. Like I want texture in the painting.
And there's some guys that do that. Actually, like there was this guy I saw at the LA Art Show. I forget his name, at Arcadia Gallery, which has amazing artists. One of my favorite galleries. And he does stuff like he did stuff with like a guy, black background, a guy with like a blue down vest, kind of like and wearing a hood.
Oh, I know that guy's work. Yeah. Is his name, it's like Josh or Jason or...
I don't
He's
remember.
Great. Yeah. He's super. Like, I don't think of myself as painting with detail. Right. He's like super like every pore, every little hair.
And it's totally valid. And I love it. Absolutely. I love it. But it's great. It's funny how you get if you're not painting loose, you kind of get if you're not painting like Sargent, you get lumped in as like a photorealist or something. And it's like there's a wide range of people from that guy to maybe you on the other end where you're like you're still. I see the looseness in your paintings. I see it.
I think thanks, man. I think as human beings we're hit by so many things, like so many things we have to do and take care of, and the easiest way to like deal with things is to make it binary. And so it's like loose, tight. I can't think of the gray area between things. Same with politics. It's like right wing, left wing. It's like no, there could be a gray area. Like what they do here could be really shitty, and these guys are also really shitty. Right. So it's like let's take what's good and out of both, and maybe that's who we are, and that's what we try to strive for. But like I remember I had a teacher used to call it the Mr. Magoo syndrome, where it's because we deal with so much every day that like we don't spend that much attention on everything that we have in our life. Like for you and me, we spend that attention on maybe the top 3 things in our lives, right? For me, it's family, it's painting, it's I try to work out. My wife's trying to get me to be more fit, but like aspects like that versus trying to do 20 different things with all the same amount of attention to detail. You know what I mean? To be able to get it. So the other stuff just becomes Mr. Magoo. For me, like we love football, but I'm always messing up which player plays which position or whatever, like who's playing cornerback versus safety. And I'm like, no, that he's a safety, but he used to play cornerback in college. But all that stuff is like floating around in my head. Like I don't care that much, but art, I'm like dialed in. Family, I want to be dialed in. Yeah, totally. So and teaching, so it's hard. It's really hard. Yeah. And I like to ramble a lot too on podcasts.
Good. That's perfect for me as a host. Less work for me. So anyway, the point being was that I feel like you, like I said, you gave me permission. Not that you ever presented yourself that way, not that I even asked your permission, but it was like, he's doing it. This is my natural impulse, so I can do it too, and I don't have to feel bad about it.
Did you see my skull flowers?
No.
I have a painting of a skull flower.
Really?
I think so. Let me see if I can find it on my hard drive. I've been painting on guitars.
Oh, nice.
Because
I always wanted to paint a guitar.
You should paint a guitar. Okay, so I did let me see, is this it? Yeah. Actually, you'll dig this, I think. I did so Two Rock amps are amazing. They're like one of the best sounding amps that are out there right now. So like
Hmm.
all these major like
Are they
players are using them.
the amp the model amps, or are they like a real
No,
amp?
they're like tube amps. They're
Oh,
like
okay.
old school.
Oh, nice.
Um, they're but so I painted an amp head like a baffle
Oh, cool.
for it, and here I'll show you. Skull with flowers.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's amazing.
So like I don't know if I can zoom in on
Did
this.
they print that, or was it a one-off?
It's a one-off.
Yeah, this is so cool.
So kind of thinking about those Belgian Flemish paintings with
Mm-hmm.
a skull with a like memento mori
Yeah,
veritas in it, and it went with a guitar that I painted also the same
that's
skull and
so
flowers,
cool.
but for Novo guitars,
Huh.
which is a company that makes really epic. I don't think I have a picture of that one on my hard drive.
Yeah, that's
Thanks for
amazing.
humoring me,
Yeah, that's great, man. It's awesome.
because skulls are the best things to paint,
They're so
hands down.
interesting.
They
They're
are
so
so interesting.
they have
The
the
texture is awesome. The color of the light that
I
you
know.
shine on a skull is interesting.
They're
My
kind of
wife is painting skull, like buffalo skulls with
oh,
carvings on them
oh,
right
cool.
now, which is just
Yeah.
beautiful. I'm like so jealous. I'm like, I want to get in there, into her painting and not help her, but I want to paint this too.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm like super jealous.
Yeah, that must be a trip being
Fun
having
stuff.
being an art power couple, both painters. I'm sure
We're definitely a couple. I don't know about power couple.
you understand each other. I'm sure,
Somewhat, somewhat.
as
Yeah.
far as like, artists could be difficult to live with. My wife is not a painter, but
Yeah.
she knows how I am, so she works with that.
I think I'd be more difficult to live with without art,
Oh
probably.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it keeps you sane. It keeps you sane. I
No,
can't.
we get really excited about the things that we work on. It's pretty cool. Like, and sharing what it is we're working on. Um, yeah, we used to share the same studio. We
Mm,
actually had a separate studio space that was kind of off campus from our house. And then during COVID, we moved in together essentially in the small studio space that we had.
mm-hmm.
And that got a little too crazy. So I built a studio in our backyard,
Oh,
which,
cool.
like think I said, it just opened up in January.
That's what I want to
And
do so bad is build a studio in my
it's
backyard. I'm
pretty
dying.
amazing. Like, we're still trying to pay off everything because it was a big, heavy lift in a way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I'm way more productive out here, and it's pretty cool. We're actually teaching a private student right now, and so she took over my big easel, our student, and then Shayna has her easel, and now so we're painting together again, which
Oh,
is kind of
cool.
neat.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is kind of fun.
that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, no, super, super lucky.
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
And like
Um,
when we travel, we both want to go to museums and see art,
right.
not just one of us, you know.
Just a couple art
So
nerds.
just art nerding it out.
So, you're what's the deal with your gallery situation? You're just not showing in gallery? Oh, you were talking about
Yeah,
focusing on museums. So, how come no galleries? Is it just because you want to focus on museums, or was there
it's interesting.
a
So
decision or something?
yeah, I've been selling the work mostly myself, kind of focusing more on museum shows, which the pieces really aren't for sale, but finding supporters for the work that I want to make. And so we're
More like
doing a
finding a patrons who
yeah, yeah.
kind
We
of.
kind of collect. I have a couple of collectors that have bought big pieces from me, which is awesome. And
Yeah.
then they not donate the piece, but my Facing Survival show, which is I've been painting Holocaust survivors for 12
Yeah.
years now,
Yeah, it's
and I
amazing.
have it all in a museum format since 2019, and it's been in two museums, and I think that the work is kind of set just to be in that show and travel.
Hmm.
And the work that I'm doing Western stuff now, like living out here in the West. It's
Yeah.
the landscapes a lot of is really interesting and really beautiful. And
Hmm.
so I've kind of been doing landscapes. And then my friend Mark Majori, he's kind of a famous Western painter now. And he asked me to be part of this Western show that he does in Austin every year. And so he got me some models to paint and kind of doing some Western theme stuff for like the last 2 months, which
Hmm.
has been also a lot of fun. I kind of go wherever I feel like going within painting, I guess. I feel like
Yeah.
my style is the same across the board,
Right.
but getting into the Western work, it's fun to be able to paint landscapes at dusk and like painters that I love, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like Jeremy Lipking type
Yeah.
dusk paintings and like Maynard Dixon type style paintings and Callison Sharp, all those guys that were
Mm,
illustrators back in the day.
mm,
I just love that. And my friend has a gallery in Canyon Road, and they live in our neighborhood here,
mm-hmm,
and were like, "We'll just take the paintings and get you commissions or whatever you want to do. We could sell this painting if you want to sell it, you know?"
mm.
And so that's been cool for making a living, just selling paintings.
So you
And
just kind of go through, it's either sell yourself or give them to these people to try and sell,
pretty
these friends of
much, I mean,
yours. So
a lot through,
you don't need to
yeah,
be
I
showing
haven't
in
needed.
galleries is the situation to make your living.
Yeah, like I've been getting commissions just through Instagram and just through people that I know. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm working on some commissions right now. I actually just got a commission to do a Western painting.
Oh, cool.
And uh, it's weird that I think I have to give up 40% of the sale, which I'm not used to in the
Oh,
last like 3, 4 years.
oh, for the
So
commission.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
commission,
For through the
so I'm
gallery. Yeah.
like, oh, I'm not used to this, you know,
Yeah. I mean,
but
for me, it's like the gallery, it's worth it
oh,
because
absolutely. Yeah.
because it's people come from like out of state to see the show, and it's like a big event. So
Yeah.
you're trying to fulfill that same thing with a museum show rather
This
than a
museum
gallery
shows.
show.
Yeah.
So that
Because
makes
I think that's
sense.
my more serious work is the it's funny, I love painting all of it, but yeah, the Holocaust series and is definitely like the work I want to be known for and
Yeah,
I think I'm
yeah.
known for.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is just kind of a fun lark kind of thing that I'm doing and it's also a lot of fun and I'm testing out new techniques and
Mhm.
going around with stuff which is fun and new colors and but yeah, I think eventually I want to settle in a gallery, like a contemporary space, probably back in New York. But yeah, when I was in New York, it was great. I was there for 20 plus years. And since
Wow.
I got in when I was 22, right out of college, and it
Wow.
was great having work on view in New York City. So
Yeah.
that was something I kind of miss. Maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't have left the gallery. Maybe I'll re-sign up with them, you know? Who knows? I think
Yeah.
we left on pretty good terms. We kind of, I don't think they wanted to show the paintings of Holocaust survivors anymore.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not like they pay so much for the walls. Like
Right.
galleries have to lease the space in a way and
Yeah.
pay for the wall space.
They
So
got
they
to
got to have
sell
a
it. They
certain
got to
amount.
sell, yeah, art.
They
That's
look at art as dollar signs, so
yeah,
they have
they
to have a
have to.
certain amount of dollars on the wall that can sell
Right.
to be able to afford the space and afford their staff and all that stuff. And I totally get it.
Yep.
But it's hard yeah, I don't know. I'll probably get back into galleries. I like the idea of brick and mortar and people seeing the
Mhm.
paintings in person so that they see the brushwork and stuff
Yeah.
that we pride ourselves on, you
Yeah.
know? So I'm not against it at all.
Okay. I just didn't I was just
Yeah. Yeah.
curious how that
I
came
just
about.
honestly I think it's probably because I'm just lazy, you know, to like search for a gallery or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe like
It's
Arcadia. I've shown with
I know
Arcadia a little bit. And
he's
Steve's a good
told
friend of mine.
you
I don't
totally
know if
seem
he'll
like
like my work though. We'll see if
you
he
told
likes it.
you seem like an Arcadia guy to me, a type of artist that
Maybe.
would show there.
Steve's great. Like I have a good relationship with him over the
Yeah.
years. Yeah,
I love
because being in New
the
York.
artists they show. They're amazing. They're like my
Yeah,
only other favorite,
yeah,
it's like Copro and Arcadia are kind of my two favorites. When I go to the LA art show,
yeah. Those two spaces.
those are the,
Yeah,
those are the
yeah, yeah,
two I
yeah.
hang out at.
It was cool. Like Steve just has all the artists that are in LA or whatever for that show, usually hanging around their work too,
Oh,
which is
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
it's a good
amazing.
time. Yeah.
So, do you don't have? Sounds like you're just kind of focusing on Patreon and YouTube and landscapes, and no big plans you want to promote or anything before we go, or
Um.
other than the Patreon.
No.
You should go to the Patreon. I'll link it in the body of
Like
the.
I'm really bad at promoting. I'm trying to think what's coming up. Oh, I'm working on a documentary film. That's
Oh
something I
shit!
got.
Oh, you're only working.
Yeah.
You forgot
Well,
to
I've been
mention
working
you're
on it
working
for
at.
like 5 years. It's on the survivors, so it's called
Oh,
Facing Survival, and it's can we play a little bit of of the video?
Of course. Yeah. Just
Is that cool?
don't copyright strike me.
No, no.
I'm
Let me
just
see
kidding.
if I can do this. So it's
That'd be awesome.
I wonder if I have a little bit of it on my. I might have deleted it because the files are so big.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can set this up. You might have to edit to it so I can find it.
No
I love
problem.
OD. What is it? OBS? ODS? What do you call it?
OBS.
Yeah, because I can bring things in and out of video and everything.
Yeah, OBS is amazing. So cool. So is it
Especially
about it's
for teaching.
is it the documentary about your painting series and kind
Yeah.
of yeah, because these are like these people are the
Yeah.
last and they're kind of dying off and it's like
Yeah.
right they're like the very last people that are still alive that experienced that. So it's I think it's so cool that you're doing this because it's so
Thanks, man.
important, you know, it's
Let
such
me
an important thing.
I can play a little portion of a little assembly here. Do you know
Like
this has Bert Silverman in it, so this will be kind of interesting.
okay.
Um maybe we'll do a survivor. Yeah. I'm just gonna click on one of these and see what it comes up.
Okay. Sounds
Let's
good.
see. We'll watch it together. Here we go. What drew me to painting was this idea that you're leaving behind a mark that's going to last a lot longer than you. Painting is my excuse to learn about other people's lives.
You're so young.
My dad was in the Air Force, so we kind of grew up lower middle class, always moving every 3.5 years to different spots. So I was born in Arkansas. Pretty much grew up in Europe as a really little kid, having these memories of visiting amazing places like Rome. Okay, I might actually stop amazing artwork.
That's awesome, man. This looks like
Trying to
so
think of
good.
like
I can't wait to watch this, man. I'm a
yeah,
documentary freak.
this is like 20 minutes long. I won't bore you guys.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
What
man.
do you have a release date or anything, or is it just kind of
No,
whenever you finish it?
we've been fundraising for this thing forever.
Uh,
We're gonna re-edit. So we have like a rough edit that's okay. It's like a good
mm-hmm,
song. It's a good movie that your grandmother would want to watch.
mm-hmm.
We want to make it more a little edgier, I guess, more contemporary. And so we want to like destroy the edit, like break its back and
Mm-hmm.
move things around in a better way. And so we're working with some new editors now
Oh, cool.
and our old editor to kind of come together and make it a better experience. And it basically just tells the story of the people I paint, which is really
Oh,
awesome for the museum
yeah,
exhibit to have the
yeah.
paintings there of the people and then to be able to tell their story through the film. So we previewed like 20 minutes of the film at the opening of the show last year in Houston. I had the
Mm-hmm.
exhibition in Houston and it was great. People, because then when you see the film and then you see the paintings, you really you have more context around who
Yeah,
this person is and what they've been through in their lives. And
yeah.
that for me is like mind blowing. That takes art versus something that someone buys for their wall
Right,
into the realm of something that is like a venerated object that celebrates this person's life that someone
right.
wants to take care of. And you don't get that, I think, that often with painting, you
Yeah,
know? So
yeah,
it's really it it it, it supercharges the experience of a collector and of a piece. You
yeah,
know, for
yeah.
me to be that painter that can memorialize these people and
Yeah,
what they've been through as a way of uh, being authentic and telling the truth of what the circumstances is and try not to repeat that in history,
yeah,
which
right,
sucks,
right,
but
right.
it happens everywhere.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
know, I know.
um, I'm super fortunate about that. So that's definitely anyway, the film you're saying we're about 50 grand away from
Okay.
completing it, I think, but we're getting close. You know, we're going to have like an edit that's going to be amazing probably by the end of the year. And we're redoing some of the branding. Like I hired a graphic designer who's really amazing, this guy Michael Harnish, and he's doing
Cool.
some of the graphic design with me. I love grunge typography.
Mm-hmm.
Being a kid from like the 90s, you know, I love Ray Gun Magazine and
Mm-hmm.
David Carson and Chris Ashworth's work. And I want to have that kind of textural element with the typography and the
Cool.
design. That's what I'm all about and I love abstraction because of that too within realism.
Hmm.
Uh, that's a whole nother hour
All
of
right.
conversation type thing of being influenced by that stuff,
Right.
like music magazines back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're very close. We're very close, and I'm very excited about it actually. Like
Yeah. It's gonna
I
be. It's gonna. It's. I mean, to me, that's like that whole series. The whole project is like. That's that's your thing. This
yeah,
is your
yeah,
life's goal. It's
yeah,
probably, and I mean this in the best way, probably the most important thing you'll ever do.
yeah,
It's more
absolutely.
important
Yeah,
than most artists get an opportunity to do something that important. It's kind of like the highest aim of art that you can get is like you're doing it with this. So
yeah.
it's
I'm
like
very lucky. Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome. It's so important.
Thanks,
It's
man.
it's
Thank you.
great. It's amazing. It's just aside
Thanks.
from an artistic standpoint, it's also just like so important.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Thanks.
It's
Trying.
amazing.
It's been
So
it's been fun. It's again like not a super commercially kind of viable thing, but I'm so thankful for the support I've had from my family. You know what I mean? Because being
yeah,
an artist alone is tough. And
yeah,
also, again, we did like we were pimping out the whole Patreon thing and whatever, but it is really important, and I'm very thankful from the
yeah,
support on there because that helps me to make those paintings as well.
yeah.
So
Right.
this idea of being able to keep the studio afloat and be able to afford things like my studio is great. I can't afford a mini split yet, so I have a little air conditioner. It's not great, and I'm gonna have a
Hmm.
space heater in in the winter. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? But like just to have this space is because of folks on Patreon. You know,
yeah.
the survivor paintings are they're fulfilling in ways that aren't financial, which are better. You know,
Right.
and
Yeah,
it's pretty. Like I said, I'm very, very, very fortunate.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a
Thanks, man. I
stroke of
appreciate it.
genius. Um, yeah, and by people supporting your Patreon, it's like it's a way for people to support something like that project, which
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
important project. It's like, hey, I can give a little bit of money, and I'm one of the people that helped make this happen. It's super cool. It's an
You're really good at
opportunity.
this marketing thing.
it's
You're good at plugs.
it's true though. It's true. I've thought a lot about this. It's
That's
like
awesome.
it's really cool. It's really it's an opportunity for people to contribute to things they believe in.
Well, hopefully, I give people their money's worth. That's what
Yeah, that was
I'm always like,
the
I'm always like, do I give, if you sign up for a year, it's like $60. I'm like, am I giving people $60 worth of
yes,
content?
you
I
are
want
for
to, and and is it affordable for almost everybody?
yeah,
And if you are out there and you can't afford my Patreon, I'll hook you up with it for free.
cool.
You know, I can do
Yeah,
that
yeah, right,
if you really need that content. Because I want to be the instructor that I needed when I was
right,
starting out as an art student and didn't have
yeah,
any money at all. And I think that's all. If you're an artist and you teach, you should be the teacher that you needed.
yeah,
I think that's for all of us. You know,
yeah.
it sounds like a cliche, I guess, but
It's true though.
it's important, you know?
Yeah, I always try and do the same. That's why I try and help people that ask questions. I've always been like, people have
Totally.
been good to me and offered me advice and over the years when I was starting out. And so you try and give back. And so anyway, that was the whole impetus is that,
Yeah,
yes, you're doing such a good job on your Patreon that I wanted to let people know. David's got this awesome Patreon. If you want to learn about painting, I highly suggest it. And yeah, and I'll have a link in the text
awesome. I
below.
appreciate it.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess that's it. I'll let you go. And I
Yeah.
really, I could have kept going for 2 more hours with you, but
Yeah.
I know you
We're-
got stuff to do.
We have dinner.
Yes, yes.
My wife's- She
I know
texted
you-
me. I think she already ate because she said she was starving.
Oh, tell her I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, it's all good. We've been working all day. So it's a smiley emoji with a tear. So it's a
Okay.
good.
Now I feel bad. Okay, so
I don't feel bad.
don't hang up because I have to ask
Yeah.
you something after you get off real quick. And just
Right on, man.
the final thing we do on the show is you just say goodbye to the audience in whatever
Yeah.
way you would like. So go ahead.
Right now.
Yes. I always
Say
put
goodbye
people
to
on the
the
spot.
audience. Yeah. Does everyone like have stop? I would say
Some people say goodbye. Some people say like some long thing. It just is whatever. It's some stupid thing. This is my OCD in action. I can't drop it. It's a stupid idea, but I do it every episode.
I would say have a blessed day. I don't know.
have a blessed day, everybody.
Don't do that. Don't even do that.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. That is a first.
So dumb.
All right.
Because I'm like I'm an atheist.
All right. Thank you everybody for listening, and I'll see you next week.